Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Daily here, and today I messed up. My video recorded, but my audio did not. So I'm just gonna do a little background gameplay commentary to this, boys. So what we have here is actually going to be Halo Spartans versus Clone Troopers. So for the first battle that we're going to be doing here in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, we have 10,000 Clone Troopers versus 1,000 purple Halo Spartans. You don't see purple Halo Spartans too often, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to go ahead and utilize them here. But either way, here we have them. It should be a pretty fun video, so if you guys do enjoy it, please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. We're working our way towards 400K. And comment on down below if you'd like to see some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator in the future. Alright, either way, here we go. The first battle is lined up and rearing ready to roll here. So I started off with 1,000 Spartans versus 10,000 Clone Troopers, sort of thinking like, okay, well, Spartans are supposed to be a very elite unit, and Clone Troopers are supposed to be a bit more of a basic unit, so maybe this many Spartans can defeat this many Clone Troopers. You know, it's worth a shot. We've seen it before where some weird, strange stuff happens, like, wasn't it in 10,000 Clone Troopers versus 30,000 Battle Droids? The Clone Troopers ended up absolutely dominating the Battle Droids and lost like one soldier or something like that. So I thought, you know, there's always the off chance something like that happens. But as you can see here in this battle right off the bat, Spartans are going down pretty heavily in the very beginning. Clone Troopers also taking some pretty severe losses. You can see sort of like that thumbnail death toll that the Spartans are doing to the Clone Troopers right there, but it's still not necessarily enough. You know, the Spartans are still you know, getting wiped out. They're definitely not going to clutch this up and end up winning. And as you can see here, just about 2,000 Clone Troopers have died, and almost the entirety of the 1,000 Spartans have died at this point. So you're not going to end up seeing a big, massive victory here for the Spartans. The Clone Troopers do end up clutching this up and winning. You can see that formation of how the Spartans were standing where the Clone Troopers died. That's always kind of a fun thing. But the Clone Troopers end up, yeah, getting kind of decimated in this one right here, boys. Not too good. So instead, we're moving on to our next battle. And I thought this battle would be kind of neat. We would do Halo Spartans yet again, the purple boys, because I was enjoying the purple boys here, going up against 10,000 Clone Troopers. But the twist here is that the purple Halo Spartans are actually going to be defending in this one and establishing themselves some choke points in these city streets and things like that, and hopefully positioning themselves in some good places where they can go ahead and defend from. So here we go, massive horde of Clone Troopers moving on forward here. A pretty intimidating sight, if I do say so myself. And, you know, a small amount of Spartans over here. So my thinking here is that they're going to be establishing choke points. They're going to be spraying out fire at trickling in Clone Troopers, and that, you know, in this manner, they're going to be able to actually clutch this up and maybe get themselves a nice little victory here. You can see here that the Clone Troopers are trickling in quite a bit, so that is going in the advantage of the Spartans. That is a very, very good thing to have this kind of trickle in thing going here with the Clone Troopers for the defending Spartans. However, you'll soon see that this doesn't end up working out exactly the way that we might intend it to work out. You can see they're funneling down different corridors here. It looks like these choke points are going to work out for the Spartans beautifully, but in the end, it doesn't work because, as you can see here, the Clone Troopers start firing way before the Spartans do. Yeah, that's right. The DC-15Cs apparently outrange the battle rifle, which isn't something I particularly expected. It seems like the battle rifle should outrange a DC-15C, but evidently it does not. It does not at all. And so we have the Spartans getting outranged by the Clone Troopers here, which is never a good thing when you're defending, because realistically, if the Clone Troopers wanted, the Clone Troopers could just sit back and pick off the Spartans one by one without losing a single soldier. Now, they're not going to do that because the AI in this game is rather poo-poo and dumb-dumb. They're not exactly yeah, that intelligent, we could say, the very least. So they are going to full-on attack the Spartans here. They're going to go after them. They're not going to be holding back in any way. They're just going to be going all in. And so the clones will end up losing men here. And actually, the Spartans are killing more than they're losing themselves right now. At the moment, they have about 100 kills, and the clones have killed about 70 of them. But as you can see, that deficit is not exactly going in the favor of the Spartans like they needed to. There are, of course, 10,000 clone troopers on the battlefield and not that many Spartans, so this is another one of those battles that's not great. But I do have to say, I really do like the concept of sort of clone troopers versus Spartans in this. I've always really loved these two games. Well, one's more of a movie franchise and the other's a game franchise, but you know what I mean. The two sci-fi IPs are certainly something I have loved for many, many years. I played a lot of Halo when I was a little kid, not really so much on my own, but a lot at friends' houses, you know, during sleepovers and things like that. I'd go and play, you know, 10 hours straight of Halo Reach with my friends, and we'd all have a great time the whole time, or we'd play some Halo 3, you know, long gaming sessions of this game, and I absolutely loved it. And obviously I watched a ton of Star Wars as a kid too, hence the channel. So it's really cool to see these sort of coming together. It's not something you see too often, but it is really fun when it does end up coming together and you do get to see these two IPs battling it out. And I do think they actually do have a pretty good rapport with each other. You know, the Spartans are sort of like a matchup against Republic Commandos. You know, those two sort of fit together. And then I suppose you sort of have the ODSTs who match up against your standard sort of Phase 2 clone trooper. And then on top of that, you have UNSC sort of like army troopers. No. Actually, ARC troopers probably match up better with ODSTs. Yeah, that would make more sense. And then sort of UNSC army troopers, I suppose, like, you know, the grunts, sort of. They're not actual grunts, you know what I mean. They match up a little bit better with just standard clone troopers, shinies, that sort of a thing. So it is a pretty good matchup in terms of the two franchises working together at the very least. You know, they mesh well, and that's why I think it's so fun to see Halo versus Star Wars. The two universes they do so well together, and they make it work. So that is kind of fun to see. Either way, back to this battle. The Spartans have killed 1,000 clone troopers. The clone troopers have killed 500 Spartans. You know, at this point, I actually do just sort of do the battle off screen because it was getting kind of boring. And at this point, the Spartans did make a bit of a comeback. They got 2,700 kills, and the clones, of course, killed all of the Spartans. So it just still wasn't especially exciting. It wasn't anything super awesome. So I just sort of skipped ahead. You know, that was definitely going to be a bit of a losing battle right there. So it's a bit of a bummer for sure. But either way, we're going into our last battle right here. And real quick, I actually messed something up right here, so I reset it. There we go. And we are doing a plethora of different Halo units now versus 10,000 clone troopers. Just to have the 10,000 clone troopers be kind of the main focus. That number is pretty nice, round. It's fun to see as a challenge for this Halo troopers. So the Halo troopers do have 2,751 soldiers, including Master Chef himself, Gordon Ramsay. Yes, very nice, Master Chef. And they have Spartans of all different colors here. They've got orange, they've got red, they've got blue, they've got purple. A couple of them have battle rifles, a couple of them have the assault rifles. So there is a little bit more variety in their weaponry here, which I think makes it a smidge more interesting as well. So we're going to see if these troopers do manage to kill all of these clone troopers. And I think they have a real shot here, and we will see that they do have a real shot, because they are, of course, a bit more elite than the clone troopers. They're also free roaming around the city. They're going to have a lot of choke points and things like that. They've got a diverse weaponry, and they have a hero unit. And Master Chef has about a million health, I think, or something like that. So he's a pretty crazy unit in the grand scheme of things here. He does go hard. He goes very, very hard. Oh, I also put in some ODST troopers. I forgot to mention that. I did add in like 1,000 ODST troopers for fun, because ODST troopers are kind of sick, though. They just look so cool. They are definitely one of my absolute favorite Halo units of all time. They are very puggers, for sure, buddies. Either way, the engagement does get off to a good start here. Few Halo troopers do end up going down. We see that they are, no match to a crowd of clone troopers, but they will, end up getting a nice number of kills on the clone troopers as well. You can see right off here the battle lines are being drawn, with the Halo Spartans being a little bit more in the city, and the clone troopers being trapped a little bit more on the outskirts of the city, firing inward. It does result in the clone troopers having to make plays to sort of try and gain ground here, as the Halo Spartans just berate them back. But it's not exactly going to be a easy battle for either side. This is definitely one of those battles that just ends up getting real intense, and no one comes out the victor because there's just deaths all around. Tons and tons of dead clone troopers litter the battlefield. Tons of dead Spartans end up littering the battlefield as well. But the Spartans are going for a lot more of sort of a guerrilla warfare style of fighting. There's a lot more dead troopers spaced out in different areas, which makes it a little bit harder for the clone troopers to really get a grip. It's very guerrilla warfare-y when the buildings start speaking Spartan, and the clones are just sort of going for that mass clump up assault, which is kind of ironic for the clone troopers because that is a very battle droid-esque thing to do, you know what I mean? But hey, it's what they're going for, it's what they be doing, and we'll see if that ends up winning for them. It's hard to say for sure. Either way, guys, real quick, I did want to say that I got early access to Total War Warhammer 3. I'm not allowed to upload videos on it until the 10th. I know some people are uploading videos of it right now, and that's because they're like a higher level Total War creator than I am. But I'm able to upload it on the 10th, which is 1 week before the game comes out, so that's still kind of exciting and fun. So I was going to upload one Total War video just to see how it does on the channel, but I was also considering maybe doing some sort of Total War Warhammer 3 campaign on the channel. I'm not entirely sure if people would be receptive to that or not. I'd really love your opinion from you guys, of course, on what you think, because obviously this content is meant for you guys. I want to do what you guys want to see. So yeah, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, like, would you want to see me do a Total War Warhammer 3 campaign? It could be really fun, it could be one of those things that people end up enjoying. I don't see it doing crazy well on the channel, you know what I mean? But maybe a few episodes here or there, and people kind of enjoy it. The other option is I could always stream it on Twitch. Right now I am doing a Warhammer 2 campaign co-op with Forensic Steel every Wednesday, and that's been pretty fun. Actually, it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed that. So maybe doing that with Warhammer 3 would be better, and I could just do battles of Warhammer 3 on the main channel. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Either way, in this battle, you can see Master Chef here, Gordon Ramsay, going absolutely hard. There's his 1,000,000 health, which is just absolutely insane. And he is really carrying the Spartans here. The Spartans are killing clones about 4-to-1, which is exactly what they need to win this battle. They need to kill 4 clones for every 1 Spartan, and that is what they are doing right now, and massively with the health of Master Chef here. However, Master Chef is sadly at about a quarter health himself, so he will go down relatively soon. As it stands right now, 5,600 clone troopers have died, and about 1,700 Spartans have died. So the Spartans have about 1,000 soldiers left, the clone troopers have about 4,000 soldiers left, so it is about that 4-to-1 kind of matchup here. So it really is going to come down to the wire, and either side could definitely win this thing. It is a little bit up in the air, and either side could end up dominating or falling flat and not doing so hot in the end. Master Chef does end up going down right there. I wonder how many people in the comment section are really annoyed that I keep calling him Master Chef, but it is what it is, boys. It's just, I don't know, it's fun to call him that. But either way, yeah, I mean, with him going down, the output from the Spartans just gets lowered immensely. They're just not able to get nearly as many kills as they would with him alive. It just makes it far, far tougher for them to really get a grip on this battle. There are still some flanking Spartans, but they're getting kind of decimated by the clone troopers and going down. Either way, guys, I am going to let the last few minutes or so of this video play out, and you guys can watch it and find out who ends up winning, the Spartans or the clones, because it is really coming down to the wire. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Hopefully next time with good audio. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.